only praying for yourself. Paul says prayer, petition, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people. Be made for all people. Who have you not prayed for? Who needs your prayer to live? Who needs your prayer to succeed? Who needs your prayer to excel? Who would you pray for that will eventually have you pray for someone and then the effect of the prayer will consequentially affect your well-being tomorrow. So profound. Now Paul outlines the levels of those who should address our prayers. He says, first for kings, for monarchs, kings. Talks about rulers. You may think their decision does not affect you. Oh, that king somewhere does not. No. Paul says pray for kings. The Bible says pray for kings. They are monarchs. Globally, nationally, regionally, kings. And all those in authority. So it is dealing with authority figures. Pray for kings and all those in authority, those who have power, whose decisions will directly or indirectly affect you, your family, your business, your loved one, your children, your great-grandchildren, those after you. Says we need to pray for those in authority. Why? Those in authority have spiritual warfare against them. So there are those who uphold authority right now that demon spirit wants to influence them to make wrong decisions. Your head of state, your president, your government, your state chairman, your boss at work, your husband, authority figure, your wife, authority figure. To pray for those in authority. So first of all, pray for kings and for all those in authority. All those in authority. So Paul is dealing with, or Elohim is showing us through his word, that we must learn to look beyond ourselves. Learn to look beyond yourself. There are those whose decision will affect your life. There are those whose decision will affect your life. And there are those in authority figure who, if they make the right decisions, it will better your life. He says, pray for those in authority that we may live. We, believers in Messiah, we may live peaceful. You may live peaceful. That life you desire to live. Paul says it's in the hands of authority figures. We desire peace, but we may not have peace if we don't pray for the authority figures, because they can, by wrong decisions, create chaos, economic chaos, instability, riots, turbulence can be created by them. So you want a peaceful life. You want a peaceful life in your nation, a peaceful life in your community, a peaceful life in your home, even in homes. Children who want, there are children right now who daddy comes home drunk, beat mommy, mommy fight daddy. In that home there's no peace. Paul is saying for such children, you can pray for those in authority. Pray for your father, pray for your mother, pray for the father, the husband, the wife. Pray, Father, I pray for my husband. I pray for my wife. Why? The father occupies authority. The wife occupies authority. So if you pray for them, there will be peace in the home. From the home, there's a need for peace in the home. Peace in your job. That those right now, that there's somebody at work right now who is head over you at work, who is always creating chaos for you, who can even lead to suspension or the loss of your job. Then someone whose pen can produce your promotion. There's someone in your workplace whose pen can sign your next level of promotion. That person occupies authority, position. So whose decision will affect my life? Whose decision influence my life? Who is in authority that their decisions will affect my future? Paul says, pray for those in authority. Don't just say God is sending judgment on America. Don't just say God is sending judgment on Africa. Don't just look at the chaos and say this is God's judgment on the world. You know, people have that kind of thinking. They see things happening around the world. This is God's judgment on the world. I'm not going to pray. God is judging America. God is judging. See, and there are those who feel because God is judging America, they can run to Africa, thinking Africa is the homeland. Even in Africa, there is chaos. There's no safe haven on earth. There's no nation on earth where there is peace right now, total, complete peace. So you owe yourself that responsibility to pray for America, to pray for Nigeria. Don't say, hey, I'm not going to pray for Nigeria. I'm going to just get a green card and fly to America. Even America is not safe. I'm going to migrate to Finland. In Finland, they are poor people. I'm going to migrate to UK. UK, there's terrorism, suicide bombing. I'm going to move to Australia. In Australia, there is trouble. So if you sow mercy, you reap mercy. If you sow mercy, you reap mercy. Don't say that person is under God's judgment. We need to understand. We've got to understand. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. Even though Sodom and Gomorrah was under Elohim's judgment, Abraham still interceded. Even though Sodom and Gomorrah was under Elohim's judgment, Abraham still interceded. Even though God was about to send judgment on Nineveh, Elohim still sent Jonah. Even the place of judgment, God says, if I find one man who will stand in the gap, I can avert judgment. This kind of prayer is a prayer that deals with looking beyond yourself. It says, pray for kings and all those in authority. All those in authority.